My name is Nurdalili binti Aziz and I'm from AQU257 3B. Microalgae culture. We need LED light on-off timer, air pump, flexible airline tubing, rigid airline tubing, airline splitter, clear plastic bottle, aquarium salt mix, fertilizer F2 formula and starter culture tube. The water that has been mixed with fresh water, aquarium salt mix, microalgae growth fertilizer, and starter culture were shaken so that the contents in the mixed solution are evenly distributed. Place the culture in a storage room away from sunlight with an LED light that were installed horizontally so that each bottle gets maximum exposure to light output. Flexible and rigid airline tubing were attached from air pump to each bottle from top to the bottom of the bottle to give aeration to microalgae. Microalgae culture bottles were placed in the storage. Counting microalgae. We need potassium iodine, sodium acetate and water, Nebauer hemocytometer, slides and cover slip, and light microscope. Add 1 drop of mixed algae suspension onto the Nebauer chamber and cover it with cover slip. Allow the cells to evenly distributed for 5 minutes before counting. Check the cells under low magnification using light microscope. If we take a look under the microscope, there is a grid of 9 squares with 1 mm per square in each chamber. The 4 corner squares contain 16 smaller squares. The central one is divided into 25 smaller squares, each with an area of 0.04 mm squares. Cells that's touching the top and the left middle line were counted. Cells that were on the right and the bottom of the middle line will not be counted. This is non-viable, viable and artifact. This is how you count the percentage cell viability. This is how you count the viable cells per milliliter. This is how you count the average viable cell count per square. This is how you count the dilution factor. This is how you count the total viable cells per sample. This is how you count the volume of media needed. Rotifer culture. We need rigid airline tubing, flexible airline tubing, culture bottles, airline splitter, air pump, fresh water, rotifer and rotifer sieve, also water exchange bucket and refrigerator. Firstly, fill the bottle with a starter rotifer culture. Then add the origin culture into the solution. Now adding a little bit of phytoplankton so they can eat. Then add salt water on the specific gravity of 1.017 because rotifers are very sensitive to salt water. Close the bottle lid and keep it in the storage room. This is the end product of rotifer culture. Keep microworm culture. We need microworm culture starter, plastic container and oatmeal, active dry yeast and Q-tips, pipette or dropper and small cup. Poke some holes on the lid of the container to let the air come in so that the microworm can breathe. Spread the oatmeal in the container neatly. Pour water in the oatmeal. Oatmeal that has been mixed with water is stirred until well combined. Make the base of your oatmeal neat just for the good visual. The microworm culture were added into the oatmeal. It has a slightly fermented smell which is normal. The culture were mixed into the oatmeal. A small amount of active dry yeast were added into the culture oatmeal as a food source for microworms. The culture will be kept at room temperature with 20 to 29 degrees Celsius and away from sunlight. Feed the newly hatched fry with microworm. Microworm can swim, therefore they activate the newly hatched fry's feeding reflex. To summarize, the production of live feed for larvae is important to make sure the newly hatched fry that cannot ingest bit-sized food such as in pellets also get nutritious food for their growth. References. Finally, thank you for watching.